Hello, I'm going to speak to you about how to start drawing out your keyring or your medal or your name tag in TinkerCAD. So this is the basic screen. You can navigate the work plane by moving this cube around here, or you can right click on your mouse, or if you've got a Chromebook you can touch the screen and pinch in to zoom out and to rotate the screen as well. There's zoom buttons here on the side as well. Down this side here you've got some shapes that have been pre-drawn, so all you need to do is pick a shape that you want your object to look like. So if I'm going to go for a key ring or a name tag is what I'd start with. You grab your cube, left button, drop it onto the work plane, and you can navigate around it. At this point you can resize it, so the height of it is there, so it tells you the height's 20, so I can move that down. What I could also do is as I've got the square selected in blue, I can then click onto that figure and give it a thickness of whatever I'd like. So I'm going to do about 3 millimeters. Actually, no, let's do 4 millimeters. Example, and then I can here stretch it out. You're limited with your name tag or your dog tag to 60 millimeters in length. So I'm going to do the maximum count, which is 60. About that. And then you can rotate around, zoom in, and now we can also add. If I click it here, I can add some text. Okay, so I grab the text, put it onto here. Now, if I want to make my text different heights, I'll need to bring the letters separately. So if I want to do just M, is my dog tag, so do M like that, click off it, move it, and I can resize it manually so that it fits onto my keychain. I'm just going to do Mr. M. I can move the M around a little bit. It's always a bit easier if you zoom in. So once it's, click on it once to move it. So click on it once to move it. Make sure it's actually on. You've got to be careful it's actually on the keyring. Because what you can do if you're not careful, you can press the cone at the top by accident and it lifts the object up in the air, which you don't want. You want it to be sat on the keyring itself. And I also want to minimize the height of the letter a little bit like that. And I'm going to get the next bit of text. So get text again, and I'm going to get an R for Mr. Over here. I'm going to resize it slightly. You can play around with this as much as you want, really. Just check that it doesn't come through. See, that one's come through slightly. So that does actually need to be lifted up a little bit. I can shrink the height of it. So it can't come through the bottom. So it hasn't come through the bottom. You can see that hasn't come through. That's quite important. And I'm doing Mr. M. So grab another bit of text and just put M in. Move that. And that one's huge. You can overlap them if you want. It's completely up to you. You'll see some examples where they've been overlapped. Now I just need to make sure this hasn't gone through the bottom, and it has a little bit. You can see the M at the bottom. So I'm just going to lift it up with the cone a little bit. Click off it, spin round. There, that's perfect. Okay, so that's just a quick video showing you how to do the lettering and some dimensioning.